pillared and just blown up, especially with the Jace here to back it up. Feels really strong. And, you know, the top lane matchup here can go pretty well for Jace early if you space really well into the Ambessa. Yeah. It gets a little bit tougher later on as Ambessa gets eclipsed and she just kind of...
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he just stood there and took the damage from Lucid and Barrel and did not care. They're going for the re-engage here as we got TF coming down here. Showmaker is going to flash behind the Braum wall, and he is going to do a bunch of damage, but not enough to take out Diablo, as who will be the first blood? It will go over to Raptor, but it is...
early game means that you can group towards the TF that's bottom side, because his global isn't going to get any impact if you're actually taking an objective on the same side of the map that he is, so you can just push him in there.
Which soul it is. Couple of really good ones. Actually, we're going to have an engage here as we do have Braum coming up for the gank and a TP as well. Shiu is going to be run down. He's going to dodge that Q. Still has his flash, but I think at this point, especially with the Talia coming up, he's just going to accept his fate. And Vikla is given the kill. Are we going to have a fight here? We have Ghost popped by Barrel. He seems to want to go in. There's the flash engage on aiming as they get it done with the Jarvan, but the damage doesn't get down. Vikla finally takes him out, and the gigantic shove from Vikla gives them so much room in this fight as Lucid and Showmaker have to back away and leave Barrel alone. Only Raptor goes down, and it's a big win in a little...
You can have it. Here you go.
Yeah. By the way, I said the Rift Herald would be free for BNK. Not the case. They kind of just let it go and went for the Drake instead. And we'll see how that trade works out for them, as first turret might just go the way of DK at this point because they've got a Jace, and they have the Herald, which they're smartly not even going to use here, as nobody is here to defend, so they just say, well, we can use it on the next turret if we want to, or we can use it mid.
Hextech Soul is the gamble. Before that is aiming is the target.
All right, engage Braum. Let's see how it works out. It's not going to work out at all. TF comes on in. Jarvan, Raptor tries to follow up, but BNK are going way too deep on this fight, and they will be punished for it. As BNK, they just can't deny themselves a fight, and DK say thank you very much. We will take those 2 kills.
Bit of a head scratcher here on this one, but BNK want to take as many fights as possible, right, with this comp when it's at its valuable than the stacking he will have, especially with this Trundle that's getting bigger and bigger.
That was a very nice pillar. Now we got Exhaust and a TF coming in. He takes a while to die, but 4v1 not going to be very fair. Top lane, this guy is getting Omega fed in this game.
Yeah, he is huge. 700 extra gold here as he continues to take out these
damage is really the question. I think they do, and at this point, you kind of have to commit, as you can't pull off now. Let's see how it goes, and yeah, Lucid not going to be able to get here in time. The damage is there. Very nice call.
Not, I think, individually going to be as valuable as the Otacon itself, but at least they're able to get something out of this. Crazy that both this bottom and mid are still up these turrets. Finally, Shu will take down this bottom turret, and the mid turret with a group from D+ will also probably fall. They are the bottom side, the one, he's just not putting himself in a vulnerable spot. They keep trying to kill him, and he gets away every time, as Lucid may have overextended here.
Yeah, he is in a bit of trouble. He does have to flash away. Bit of a wall comes down on top of it all. The engaged Braum, once again, not really going to hit, but Barrel is all by himself. He's like, hey guys, I heard there's a party. And then he showed up late when the cops were already there. So BNK just take him down.
This is a huge swing. Kill. They're going to get so much map control from this, and aiming's flash being down is huge on this Senna. Big mistake from D+. Oh, no way, no way!
Lucid! And the flash over the wall, Vikla! He's feeling himself today, 3-0-2. He says, I'm fed as well.
That's a shutdown, and she was in no man's land.
And they're forcing it. This is so smart from BNK. They know that DK cannot step up to this turret. Unfortunately, DK did not know that themselves. BNK getting a lot on the map here as they take that inner mid out as well.
In that side lane, TF threat, a little bit less of a worry now.
Yeah, you guys might have caught it, but we got a little clip of Lucid saying sorry. To his team, because he knows, I mean, he was the first domino, right? He gets caught, Barrel gets caught, he dies. Very smart from Vikla not to go that way. But still, Showmaker getting a lot of value in the side lane.
Yeah, he ends up getting another
flip here if Lucid can get in, and he's right next to it. The wall comes down, though, and Lucid's on the other side, and, well, he gets in range anyway and just smites it away.
As we're looking for potentially a pick here on the Barrel.
Yeah, not exactly the best target. And he's going to knock Raptor straight into the team. He has to flash away, and now the picks are going to be coming out. But Clear shows up, and DK taking this safely. A big Cataclysm, but he immediately dies. The follow-up's not there. BNK going very deep into this one. They take out the Alistar finally and force you to flash away. And now the picks continue to come through the gold cards. The center roots, the pillars, as Ingo's clear. He's in the backline by himself, and he gets burst down once again. As DK are playing this so well, just keeping them at arm's distance. And that's going to be the end of that. Vikla, though, pretty...
Now in the complete driver's seat in this game.
Trying to look for another pick here. A lot of summoners are down, and Diablo is just getting flanked from so many different directions. He's got a Braum in front of him, but it still doesn't matter. Lucid survives, and that'll be the end of BNK's...
Tricky clear, trying to find an angle.
Now, looks like they want to try to look for a pick to Showmaker.
No flash for Raptor, but he is Jarvan. They're trying to go in.
Clear is going to get to the backline. He's doing a lot of damage, but he's just one guy. He stops him from doing the Baron, which I feel like is worth, but it's only temporary, as now Vikla's just going to...
BNK, low damage as well, realistically. As Vikla doesn't have flash, he tries to go try, but there's just too much D+ here. Braum also dead in live.
Yeah, not sure what was happening here. Probably just going for some wards and got punished.
Difficult to kill him. He has unsealed spellbook, so he can kind of do anything too.
I don't think it's possible. Like, he would have to be very out of position. Like, they just don't have the engage tools to do it, which is part of why forcing Lucian Braum sometimes can get you in trouble if DK are going to draft like this and play it out very intelligently. So we got a little wall here. Nice little knock-up on a Shiu. And a little TP flank from both, but they're both now out of the fight. The two of them are just not here. They're just not in the fight at all. As the two damage dealers just get eaten alive, and that's going to be the end of Raptor as well. As there's the chunk from the card, and I think DK have done it in a very clean game #1 victory.
Great start here for D+. I know D+ fans are worried about the pattern where game 1 always looks great, but this was a really strong showcasing of how to play this comp. That was the biggest doubt I had. Will the coordination be good enough? Will the peel be good enough for aiming? And the game-winning fight showcased it. Absolutely, it was. Showmaker going golden as the Nexus follow-up for the ultimates and the zoning that it's going to provide. Maokai into Gwen means that Gwen, for a brief period of time, just doesn't get to play the game. She's not able to actually flank. If she's caught, she can't actually close the gap and do any damage. Her whole kit revolves around
already going pretty well. Lucid's here. Could try to just clone in. And let's see if he does. The timing is not the best, and he's gonna get knocked up as now Ingo's barrel straight into 3 people, has to run away.
We'll talk about that later. Shiu flashless here.
Gotta dodge the knockup. He can't quite dodge that. A bunch of needles go in, and Kellen's just gonna easily take. And DK, I mean, they certainly want to get at least one, maybe a little engaged as well. Double knockup into the shockwave as the circles are there, but it doesn't matter because Wukong's in there with them. And Raptor's on the run. Aiming is just playing with Diablo up on the top side. Not really a part of this fight, but it's
800 gold behind. They will get the Dragon after that successful gank onto Aiming. I'm never confident about Jhin angles. Only Kuma knows.
All right, well now Showmaker. This time Kellen says, all right, second time is the charm. You don't have flash. You're just dead.
Trade it for Showmaker grabbing this turret. But if BNK are quick about this, they can try to turn this Herald into a Drake take as well.
Good job by Kellen to get that ward down, so might just be a straight up 5v5 here. The charm, though, is going to hit on a Showmaker, but he's relatively tanky. Ingo's Raptor into that backline with the Rakan. They're going so deep to try to get Showmaker. It's not going to work out. The Equalizer is gigantic with the combo of the Orianna and the Wukong, just shutting that down immediately. Clear is doing a number here to see who lives on a sliver of health with the little shield at the end, just barely going to live. And now it looks like DK might have gotten it done. Bit of damage goes in a barrel, but I don't think he really cares. He's used to it. And DK take a huge fight here.
Yeah, it looks like Diablo's got rubber. The exhaust, it's enough. Oh, Shiu, that's greedy. That's greedy.
Yeah, I mean, he was going to get the wave, but instead he's like, I want a bit more. He has his flash available. And I think maybe that gets him out here. He's going to flash to his team as a bunch more needles go into him, but Aiming and Lucid around the chase. There's the flash on in, the Cyclone as well. Aiming, going to get collapsed on, but the Wukong just does enough for the zoning, and now Kellen in a bit of trouble. Oh, just gets shot down when the double kill comes through for Aiming. Just really enjoying his life on this Jhin tonight.
I suppose Clear knew that he was going to get Wukong ulted. That's why he didn't use exhaust to kill Shiu in that fight. Then used his exhaust to try to get away. but did not get away. And speaking of greed, Diablo.
Well, that was, yeah. You said it, and then he did so. It's not like, yeah, CRE isn't the greatest, and the build isn't the greatest, but still. That's going to be a lockdown. Nice charm here from the side of the Rakan. That's going to get them the 80 carry. Aiming just goes down, even with his cleanse. Now the follow-up here on Elucid, and now they're doing damage. Not, are they? Hey, he gets in, gets the reset as well. As Beryl desperate to try to shut that.
Otacon is up, and Clear does have TP. I'm feeling like that's probably prio. And they're going to try to use that to actually now push this wave in and grab the turret, as BNK need to respond. Is also, it has to be very careful of overextending on this flank. Could be punished. Lucid's angle here, looking for Diablo, would be huge.
Gonna McHale's, and he gets away from that one. The equalizer is totally wide. Shu just trying to survive. Kellen's gonna go down, but it's a trade for the jungler. As Vikla looking for those picks. The needles are coming out, and BNK, I think they've gotten themselves enough room to at least threaten this dragon. Big ult gonna come down. Trying to block here is Clear. Last shot, ooh, it's not gonna hit anyone. That's pretty big. The charm hits. Beryl nearly is gonna go down. We got TPs coming in. You see that DK do not want to give up this objective, but they do not have a jungler.
They don't have a jungler. All BNK need to do is secure the smite and get out. Clear gonna buy the space to do just that.
Yeah, they got the space. They got the charm as well. Shu's just dead. And BNK, they pick up the Infernal.
Clear does have TP. Shu does not from the last fight. He's side lane hard.
There you go. That's exactly what you were talking about. They used their combo on a Kellen, but Diablo's in the front line with no flash. He's just going to go down, but so does Lucid, who seems to be the guy that goes down first in every fight. Shu as well in a lot of trouble. They burst him down with that Infernal Soul.
I mean, the fact that D+ had to kind of commit to something there just shows you how desperate they are in this game with Baron up. Vikla going in.
Shoemaker trying to flash over, and he gets charmed instead. Vikla, he is playing an excellent game of Ahri tonight himself.
I mean, at this point, we gotta put a Leaguepedia page for the D+ curse of game 1 to game 2 to lose game 3. Like, what is happening, Valdez? They had such a good position in this one. Barrel going in.
Okay, just gonna try to kill Raptor here. Doesn't have his ult, just kind of dies.
Blue trinket, and then decides how broken Sunday
Otacon?
is. Otacon does go over to DK.
Yeah, I mean, Raptor just died.
The most valuable, and D+ are so far away from that. Clear's angle.
They have no idea. Showmaker in a lot of trouble here. He's not going to be able to use the disengage cone. He just dies just like that. There's a lot of damage in the members here, but equalizer as well. I mean, they're poking him down. She was tanking the front line, and he goes into his Zhonya's, but very nice flash. Actually going to get away from the charm, and a chance for DK to win a 4v5. Pushes BNK back away from the objective.
Oh, these charms keep missing. Ult here from Aiming. Ooh, Raptor!
Raptor! Oh, the snipes from Aiming are gigantic! Getting health from the jungle. There's a chance. Oh, Raptor, he's gonna... Oh, no, he gets burst down by Aiming! The one guy who says, no curse for me! Aiming wants to go home after a 2-0. It might not happen, though, because Clear cleans up 2 of them on the backside as we were watching the left side of the fight. And Aiming is still him, but like, I don't know. Looks like they will get this Elder Drake.
I don't think he can stop it. He's just gonna back away. D+ get this. But what a cacophony of errors from BNK. I mean, Aiming don't have any vision. All they could do is put Clear in the side lane and hope he can get that inner. That's the only exchange I could foresee going over to BNK. He is gonna get it, but I mean, D+ arguably don't even necessarily have to back here off the Baron.
Yeah, I mean, they're losing a lot of time on their Elder, but...
Another turret goes down to mid as well.
Looks like they kind of want to clean up the waves and maybe push. Kales comes down as everything in the kitchen sink is being thrown at BNK, just trying to push them away.
Equalizer a bit early there. Flourish, and now the wave is gone. And D+ get one more wave.
They're engaging onto Aiming. He doesn't have his flash, but he lives. They don't have the damage follow-up. They might have been up here. None of that front line, but it's just the clone. Another arrow is going to hit Aiming, but now Diablo's dead, as he pushed up way too far to try to get that kill. And his aggressiveness is going to bite him in the butt as down goes Raptor as well. Kellen just desperate to save his team. It's not going to happen. And D+ Kia, they have finally done it here in game number 2. They have broken the curse, and they will move on to a victory.
Yeah, so a little bit of scimitar value there for aiming as he does survive. The last kill will be on to Vikla. And despite the best attempts here from BNK, despite the Infernal Soul, they are not able to close this one out. D+. Some crazy circumstances in this one, some risky plays, definitely playing on the edge. But that last fight does not go BNK's way, and D+ will punish and grab a 2-0. Much needed bounce back